At first glance, these kids could be yours or mine, enjoying the outdoors of Colorado. But these children are not the carefree children we're raising in America. Why? Because they are Israeli children living on the Gaza border, about 40 miles south of Tel Aviv. Since they were born, tens of thousands of rockets have rained destruction on their homes, their kibbutzim, even their school bus. These children have lost loved ones. They've seen death. They know terror. We in Denver worry about these children as if they were our own. We wanted to help. So Action Israel, a grassroots volunteer organization of Jews and Christians, started a program we call Biking for Kids Under Fire. This is the story of this program. Let me just mention 2 terror attacks which these children have experienced and you may have heard of. On April the 17th, 2012, an anti-tank missile fired from Gaza struck a school bus just moments after the children had been dropped off. Remaining on the bus was one young man, Daniel Wild Fitch, 16 years old, and the bus driver Tzion. Daniel wanted to visit his grandmother. He was killed, and Tzion was wounded.
היה פיצוץ חזק מאוד ואש. אני דבר ראשון טיפלתי בילד היחידי שהיה באוטובוס שהוא איבד את ההכרה והוא נפגע קשה והזמנתי עזרה.
Now it's not something you do by mistake. It's a kind of a rocket you have to aim with a laser beam. So it's very accurate. They wanted to bomb a bus.
The second attack was on a peaceful Friday afternoon, May the 9th, 2008, when a mortar shell fired from Gaza onto Kibbutz Kfar Aza killed Jimmy Kiddushim, 48 years old, father of 3 children, as he was mowing his lawn. This event was witnessed by many children.
One of them, a very dear friend of us, Jimmy, he was cutting the lawn. He couldn't hear anything. And the second mortar bomb just hit him directly in front of a lot of other kids that were around there. Now, it wasn't the first time this kibbutz to get hit by bombs or mortar bombs or shells. We are very close to Gaza. We're talking about 2 kilometers. You can actually see the rockets going out. And the days after that were fearsome days. Of course, these kids were devastated. Also from the loss of a very dear person they knew all their lives. Also, most of the scene happened just in front of their eyes.
How did things get so bad? On August the 22nd, 2005, Israel gave up the Gaza Strip in a goodwill gesture for peace. Hoping for the building of a neighboring Palestinian state, Israel evacuated nearly 10,000 settlers, leaving behind thriving agricultural enterprises to the applause of all the free world, including the United States. Within a year of Israel's withdrawal, the terrorist organization called Hamas took control of Gaza. The results? 13,000 rockets have been aimed at Israeli families across the border. Understandably, the rocket attacks terrify the children, who, like all kids, can be brutally honest.
They just asked their parents to leave this place. They said, "Let's go, Daddy." I don't want to stay here.
That is when they hear words of strength and determination from their parents.
This is what we try to give to the children and to the people around us, that we have to be strong and stay here because this is the only home we have. We don't have anywhere else in the world a place to be.
Parental fortitude is backed up with preparation. All Israeli kids, from toddlers to teens, are trained to take cover within seconds. Wherever they are, they know they must run into a bomb shelter in as little as 15 seconds.
It's a room with a metal door. There's also a normal door, but it's with a metal door and with very strong windows. So if there's an alert, so we go in that room, and when we go in the room, we close the door and the window, we shut it very hard, and the entire room is protected. So if something will happen, our house will blow up, but the room won't.
And they don't shout. They really get tense, but they know their way. They can practice with the Marines if they want. They can teach them one or two things about following things out under fire.
My kids are not too well trained for crossing the streets, but for running away from the missiles they are, unfortunately.
We are also concerned that most of these children are suffering from post-traumatic stress.
We wanted to help the children reduce their stress levels and get them out of the bomb shelters where they'd been spending hours and hours watching television, playing on video games, and we wanted to get them outdoors.
First we started with a lot of mental work.
Now, dozens of bikes later, with helmets, gear and enthusiastic coaches, biking for kids under 5 is a favorite activity of many children living along the Gaza border.
We could never have anticipated how successful this program would have become. And we now have 3 programs in Nahal Oz, Kfar Aza and Ruchama. And the kids, just looking at their faces, we can see that this has been a success.
The biking coaches are very enthusiastic about the program, and testimonies abound from parents who share that their children are developing confidence and a sense of control over their young traumatized lives. Our sages teach us that all Jews are responsible for each other. Kol Yisrael aravin zeh lezeh.
It makes me feel very touched. Actually, I feel that someone out there is looking after us, and knowing that you guys back home think of us and are kind enough to open your hearts and your pockets to help us do this is just, it's really wonderful. I'm all goosebumps when I'm speaking now, because like really in those cases that we feel terrified, we feel very, alone in our pain, in our grief, and this makes the whole picture very much different. So we appreciate that a lot from the bottom of our hearts.
Action Israel is determined to let these children and their mothers and fathers know that they are not alone. Although we live thousands of miles away, we want them to know we care about them. We may not be able to stop the missiles, but we can help create as much normalcy as we possibly can in this dangerous part of the world. There is no doubt that what we give, we get back tenfold.
יכול להיות שיש אנשים אחרים בעולם שלא היו עושים את זה, אבל האנשים האלה הם נחמדים, הם עוזרים למי שזקוק, ובאמת זה מעשים טובים, הלוואי שאני הייתי יכול לעשות אותם.
Of course we are very, very thankful for what's going on, because it helps us to be able to give to the children also the opportunities, so they'll be able to continue to enjoy themselves, to be relaxed, and we can progress. And I hope the program is gonna take wings and get even better and even bigger, so we can help even more children to be relaxed and to enjoy sport and to just to grow into being normal human beings that will respect, that will be disciplined, that will enjoy themselves, that will be happy people instead of traumatized people.
We couldn't agree more. May we go from strength to strength. Action Israel would like to thank everyone who has made Biking for Kids Under Fire possible. And we ask you all to support this program for these children who are on the front lines of the war on terror.
Thank you.
תודה רבה.
אנחנו אופניים שנוסעים בו לטיולים ואפשר גם לנסוע במסלול.
אני אוהבת את החוג אופניים כי זה מקדם אותי ברכיבה. תודה רבה, דנבור.
אני רוצה להגיד להם תודה.
Thank you, Denver!
הללויה, על יום שמאיר. הללויה, על מה שהיה ומה שעוד לא היה. הללויה. הללויה לעולם. הללויה, ישיב